lot of people out here that can't go to the doctors if they want to go to the doctors. That's horrible. I'm hoping that there's enough people in this country and this world that they have to listen. They have to listen. I would like to see my children get a fairer deal than I have.
This is an economic model I like. Taking care of people's basic needs, doing it wanting nothing in return, and the gratification that people stay warm, they stay fed. That's a sane economic model to me. It's a logical one.
Well, I think it's very unclear what their dispute is. I think they have been purposefully obfuscating their real agenda, which appears to me to be a front for the Communist Party and anarchy. I mean, I've been here a couple of times. You know, you got Karl Marx on the table over here. It's not really obvious who is behind this. They tell me to go to the website, which I've neglected to do, but it's obviously well-funded and well-organized. And there is no real agenda, and you know everybody's mad at Wall Street, including well-to-do people who've lost tons of money. I think we all have a belief they're running a game on us. But where would the city and the country be without Wall Street? You know?
We're trying to reclaim funds that were lost in the financial debacle of 2008. We want to see people persecuted for the misuse of funds and the misappropriation of investment funds. What we're talking about is tyrannical control by corporations. Like you can't get any products, you can't get any services, you can't get any goods without going through corporations and delivering their promissory notes. All right? So what we're talking about is a monopoly. All right? They're individual corporations, but we all know that more or less they're all by the same majority shareholders. And as a result, this is resulting in a monopoly. Now, because we have a monopoly on the business front, it's leading to a monopoly on the political front. We used to have checks and balances in this country. Now we just got checks. Okay? Checks are getting cut. People are passing laws and regulations that are causing detriment to the planet, detriment to humanity itself as a whole. And we're making this known. That's exactly what we're talking about. Well, it's not just the federal government, it's the secret government. All right? It's the group of folks that's behind the government that contribute money to both sides, to both Democrat and Republican. Okay? They have no allegiance.
I would like to see them held accountable for their actions regarding our people coming homeless. And our government is working for them and not for the people, and our government back working for the people.
Other individuals.
And I think that the only way that we're going to be able to affect a change is as people start to wake up from the dream that we're in not realizing what's actually happening and who the culprits are. And as soon as everybody is awake, we will be able to affect change.
I don't have a dispute with Occupy Wall Street. Everybody has a right to protest in this country, so they should be given that right,
Nice.
and they should be given their spot, obviously, or at least they should have the ability to actually protest and be able, no matter what their sound stage is. However, they need to, in my opinion, take control of what's taking place over there in a number of ways. One, and they're getting their message out. I don't think they're getting the right message out. And what happens is you get everybody that's walking around the area here that sees what's going on, and it's chaos, and it just seems it's disorganized chaos right now.
My dispute is with the system, not necessarily Wall Street per se, but the conglomerate banks that do business here, as well as the system that's tied to the United States government, and the way that the relationship is developed so that it favors these powerful corporations over the citizens of the United States. That's my issue, and I'm here to occupy Wall Street to show that it means something to me.
Well, I can't really speak for everybody at Occupy Wall Street because I'm just one, and I'm here because I feel like I really want things to change, and I want to participate in a democracy and free. And one of the biggest elements of democracy is free speech, and that's a responsibility. And I'm exercising my responsibility. And I think I have great ideas about how to make this country better quickly. These are not for the long run. These are for the short run. And then who's my dispute with? I guess my dispute is with any entity, government or business, that is so large that it can't hear one voice. That's who I guess I have a dispute with. I think, I meet people and I'm friends with people who are big people in those companies, and individually they would agree with me, but the company, what is the company? The company is like a behemoth that doesn't have ears.